Harold Galactus. So I think the first thing is that I'm going to start putting the Funko Pops from here back in their box and just set them aside for now, because I'm going to start decorating this with Horror Pops. Once that's cleared out, I think I'm going to clear up this route. I know I have the Killer Clowns in the middle. I think I'm going to keep it that way, or if... Actually, no. I think I'm going to end up moving the Killer Clown Pops over to this shelf over here. And yeah, that will be where the Killer Clown Pops go. I still have to clear out the trash can, please ignore that. But yeah, Killer Clown Pops over there, and then need to put the Demon Slayer Pops back in their cases. Let's put away the Indiana Jones Pops. And you see those new horror Pops right there? We got from Nope, Us, Get Out, and a bunch of other new Chucky Pops, and the Grabber from the Black Phone. I gotta say, I'm very excited to decorate, so let's just get the packing up and putting away all the usual stuff. Okay, so I'm basically almost done with this shelf. I got pretty much everything out. I got everything off there. That poster's probably getting replaced. Those things are probably getting replaced. And look at this. Look at this mess right here. Insane. Insane. I also took apart this shelf. Haven't gotten rid of the Killer Clowns yet because I am going to move those over there. And, well, but I think I'm just going to leave those there for now while I finish up packing up over here. But you know what? I think I'm going to take a break from this and start moving all the Horror Pops into here. Not going to have them all here, but we're just going to have them here for now until I finish over here. Okay, so I took all the horror exclusives out, so they're gone. Some of the Pops here are gone. All the big Pops from here are gone because I have to choose which ones I'm going to put up. But look at this monstrosity over here. Jesus Christ. All the Horror Pops are right over here, by the way. And these are the exclusive Horror Pops. And those are the big Horror Pops. It's right there. But yeah, I gotta figure out how to fit all of that into over here. So, as for these shelves, I think I'm finally gonna do it and just go all out for this spooky season. I think I finally gathered enough Horror Pops. Oh wait, actually, although I don't think I'll put many Horror Pops here, I do have an idea for these specific shelves. The Ghostface one will stay the same. The Alien one will stay the same. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will unfortunately go. Okay, so I cleared up about 4 of these shelves with used to be Funko Pops of different sections. Now that I'm decorating this for the horror season, this is what I'm gonna do. Last year and this year, I slowly got into another addiction, and that is NECA figures. NECA figures are just like really well detailed action figures that I wish I could have had when I was little. And don't worry, it's not that much of addiction because I'm only collecting the horror ones. And these are the ones I've gathered so far. I mean, the Bride of Frankenstein. I think I do have Frankenstein there somewhere. I'll probably make a shelf out of them, but for now I have to pick which ones I'm gonna put in these 4. So they're just gonna be kind of a placeholder. Okay, that section is gonna be Jordan Peele's movies. We got the Chucky section right here. We got a Five Nights at Freddy's section. And we're gonna have a Killer Clown section over here as soon as I move those Funko Pops. Alright, look at that. All the Terrifier Pops here. Megan, Wednesday, all the Tim Burton Pops. 2 directors that I pretty much idolize that are in the horror genre. We got this over here. Look at that. I still can't figure out what I'm gonna do with the Universal Monsters. I think I'm just gonna lay them out in a row again like I did last year. But the NECA figures, I really want to do something with the NECA figures because I have I have Frankenstein's monster and I have the Bride of Frankenstein over here. But I don't really know what to do. I do plan on making another Chucky shelf right here because I have enough Chucky Pops and a NECA figure to fit the shelf right here. A possible Freddy Krueger Pop. I wanted to add Jason in here, but I think that idea will have to go. I'm not sure. And then right here, we got Michael Myers. I think I might need to get another Michael Myers Pop just to fill in the spaces. Okay, I've made a choice, and it's a hard decision, but it's gotta be done. I believe I'm gonna get rid of the Alien shelf. I think I'm just gonna put the Alien stuff away, and I'm gonna add something else in there because I don't have enough room for all the NECA figures, and I really want to make room for these specific ones. So I think this specific section has to go. Okay, so I decided I really liked last year's, and I think the year before that I also did this, the Universal Monsters. I love this. I love this for the 5 characters I'm going to have on here. Also adding Alfred Hitchcock. I know that seems a bit out of place, but I feel like Alfred Hitchcock just fits the timeline for the Universal Monsters. They were made in the 1960s, so it just fits for me, okay? However, I also doing a Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein shelf here. And I know what you think. All these other shelves, they're gonna have... well, that one hasn't released yet, but all of these shelves have a Funko Pop with it. Jigsaw's gonna get one that later releases this year, and it's probably already released, I just probably have to go get it. But this one, Frankenstein and the Bride, are over here. So what's gonna go here? Boom. Guillermo del Toro. He's coming out with a new Frankenstein movie this year. I cannot wait. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since I started getting in preparation for the spooky season. I pretty much have everything in place, although there are a few spots where I'm a bit indecisive of what I should put there. Until now. Because I was going to turn this into a Frankenstein shelf, and I still am, don't get me wrong. However, Jason vs. Freddy is no longer here. And that's because they're now over here. Yep, I'm finally using that Elm Street sign I bought maybe 2 years ago. I have not used it at all until now. This will be the Nightmare on Elm Street / Friday the 13th shelf, the Freddy vs. Jason shelf, whatever you want to call it, because I got this new sign and it looks amazing there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the shelf exactly like this. If I want to change it now and then I will. It's definitely not going to stay like that up there either. But you're probably wondering if I'm going to go back to the Alien shelf and just put it right here instead of that one. No, because I did get another sign, and that's this. Welcome to Derry. Come home. So for that shelf, I'm going to end up making a Pennywise shelf, only because I still don't think Alien really fits the horror aspect of spooky season. I feel like Alien is more of a sci-fi franchise than a horror franchise. Pennywise is more horror. Way more horror than Alien is. Okay, so I'm back from the comic store, got the NECA figure all set up right there. But on a more important note, something finally arrived in the mail. Time to unbox it. And I didn't want to do all the setting up on camera, but here's pretty much the aftermath. Yep, I got a few posters, and well, let's set them up. Look at that. Oh my god, I'm in love. That's beautiful. The shelves are going to stay that way, by the way. Freddy's shelf right there, Jason's shelf there. Jason Lives, my favorite Jason movie. Well, my favorite Friday the 13th movie, sorry about that. Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie. These posters are beautiful. With that being said though, I do have everything placed on the bed. I have them off the shelves right now because I'm going to be dusting off the shelves, cleaning them a little bit. But I'm pretty sure we got everything we need for spooky season, so let's just cut to it.
Shivers down your spine, shrinking skull will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skull will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. So sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize,
but I don't think we should.
A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak under sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Pigeons told will break their bones, they seldom let you snooze. Spooky, scary skeletons will wake you with a
skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize,
but I don't think we should.
A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams.